You were pretty well situated over at CrowdStrike, and it's a great company. You were doing great work over there. Why would you make the move?
Look, there's a lot of things that kind of conspire, I think, to get me to this point. You and I have talked for years about this from the time you started doing the podcast. I've been on your advisory board, and I think we've had conversations multiple times that have been in the construct of if I wasn't doing this, I would want to do what you do. And initially, those were just offhanded comments because I like what you do. I like the way that you bring people together. And I go to 229 events, and what I hear from people are just like, this is fantastic. I have people's phone numbers now. I realize that person is really good at this, which is something that I am not great at. And so I have a new best friend. Like I'm totally going to be picking this person's brain all the time, including the vendor partners who come and are a part of this. It really started with podcasts, really started with content, helping people share what they were doing and what they were working on. It's turned into this events work now and the 229 stuff. For me, it was look, I've been in CrowdStrike for a long time. Most people don't realize, but I was at CrowdStrike for 3 years before I joined CrowdStrike as executive healthcare strategist. So I started with CrowdStrike when they were, let's just say they were a $300 million a year ARR company, and now they're a $3 billion a year ARR company. Healthcare in that, helping John Kirkman and others start that healthcare vertical at CrowdStrike has come a long way. Obviously, there's still tons of work to do in cybersecurity, but you and I continuing to have this conversation about what's next and what's next for me really put me at a point where I was like, I think I can do more good for cybersecurity, helping to organize and build this community that we're talking about than I can probably at any individual vendor, sponsor, organization. And while I loved my time at CrowdStrike, I still think it's a great product. I think there's more good for me to do doing this. And that drove me to the decision.